Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Even If Tempest. I am joined by Evan and the Baka, and we are continuing from where we left off on Even If Tempest. Evan, do you want to give a really fast recap?
May died. We were a suspect. So was Lucian, but he claimed he did it. He didn't, but everyone killed it. He died anyway. It was actually Orla. She died. Wow. And then because Lucian died, Kara's gonna become Prince. And it was also revealed that Evelina was our stepmom was abusing her actual daughter this time around. Oh, and the Chris, he's sick. He has a sickness. But that only a red Garuda feather can cure, and it just so happens that after Huma gives birth, she becomes red.
And the reason why Huma's color is so important is the fact that Kreese's illness can only be cured by a red Garuda feather. Or
Did I not
feathers.
mention that?
I don't think you did. Anyway.
Well, I thought I did, so...
Let's jump
You
right in.
definitely did, but we needed a second time because your voice was strange.
I can't wait.
Oh, this fucking dream again.
I've been excited for this meeting for so long. My heart is beating so fast.
My heart's quite still right now.
Shut the fuck up.
No,
I simply wait. Where I am, when this is, or who I'm waiting for are entirely unknown to me. There are so many details missing, yet all I care for is the anticipation building at this meeting with someone. I was told to sit still, but my nerves have my legs swinging back and forth.
Oh yeah, that's called kicking.
This is, in all likelihood, a dream. And I think I've become someone else. Here, I'm a young boy. Based on my clothes, he's from a well-to-do family. Evan.
Oh.
Or rather, the boy, yell out. And then, upon realizing that this place requires silence, brings a hand to his mouth. Upon seeing his reaction, the person the boy is waiting for looks on with a smile. End scene. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. What a lame fucking dream. Dun, dun, dun. I'd fire my dream creator.
What is this, Inside Out?
Oh yeah, that like new show.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it's called.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Morning already. I wake up feeling incredibly refreshed, as if I enjoyed a relaxing dream. Though this dreamlike joy is only a fleeting thing, I rarely have mornings like this anymore. Good morning, Maya. Alright, guess I'll get dressed.
Damn. She did a good job of cleaning that room.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, last time it was all covered in bleh.
Garudas love their things to be clean. They despise when dust attaches itself to their feathers, and they flap their wings to force doors and windows open when the air gets stale. As only those accepted by each Garuda can enter their room at the aviary.
The air's not the only thing getting stale.
Oh god.
Cleaning is one of the most important jobs for a knight in the wings of Garuda.
There's also chips.
As I'm quickly sweeping the floor, the veterinarian follows me from behind.
I've been following you from behind. Really dig back into those memories of yours. Are you sure nothing happened?
Nothing happened.
Are you sure? I'm not so sure about that. You're a careless sort, so I wouldn't be surprised if you missed something.
Bitch, the fuck you on? I'm careless, am I?
Yeah, there's still dust over there in the corner. The walls are also a sorry state. It's in drawers like this you can really get a glimpse of someone's personality.
Nice job. There was nothing weird about Huma prior to laying her egg. I was away for a while because of the Membrum incident, but the knights that looked after her in the meantime told me everything was normal. If anything, the most curious person here is me. I'm desperate to know why her feathers turned red.
That's you?
Oh, shit. Puma remains mostly still as she warms her eggs. Though you'd normally think a lack of movement would lead to increased stress, her crimson feathers shine with a brilliant luster.
It's not as though. Sorry, I was sipping for Huma. Anyway, it's not as if there are records of birds with changing plumage. Take ptarmigans who live in colder regions. They have brown plumage in the summer and pure white in winter.
Why do their feathers change colors?
To blend in with the snow around them and make it harder for predators to spot them. There's also a number of species whose feathers change as they mature. This process is referred to as molting. As a bird molts, some or all of its feathers are replaced with new ones. But Huma did not molt. Her feathers changed colors instantly without a single feather being shed. I've never heard of a bird species undergoing so drastic a change.
Some, but not all of what the vet says makes sense to me. It seems logical, for example, to compare Garudas to other birds. But doesn't it make more sense to go through previous birthing records first? When I ask the veterinarian this, though, he looks at me reproachfully.
I see you don't even grasp the basics. Garudas are the goddess's divine envoys. To write their biology is tantamount to intruding on the realm of the divine.
That sounds stupid. His answer reflects something the Grand Commander once mentioned himself.
What are the wings doing if they haven't taught you this very obvious fact?
No, I have heard this before. But I ask because I don't find it to be right. Records and research are needed to keep them alive, are they not? I want to hear your answer, as a veterinarian.
There's much we don't know about Garudas. Take the recognition of their caretakers. Why do they only acknowledge those in the wings? Even I cannot see them without a knight present. And despite the lack of obvious communication between Garudas, once one accepts a knight in their presence, they all do. I am nothing if not curious. But Garudas and their I'm on a roll. But Garudas
Truly.
and their mysteries are a forbidden topic in academia. Should you go against this rule, you'll find yourself in gaol for life. There. Now you have my answer.
Many of the knights' numbers have gathered for training again today. They're all smiles as they put their all into their drills. The reason for this?
Marcus Bailey has sent a token of congratulation for the birth of a new Garuda.
Woohoo!
Hold on, Texan.
Again? How many times does that make today?
That's the fourth gift today, and this one's from a Marquess. I still can't believe the knights are getting this much attention.
So I passed by this royal guardsman the other day. The guy sneered at me. They're always making fun of us and aren't ordered, so they can't be too happy with this situation.
Where shall I take everything? Hold on. Hugo, guide them down to storage.
Yes, sir.
If we're already getting this much from the egg, oh god, I fucking hate him. I can only imagine they'll organize a full festival for when it finally hatches.
Planning to make Prince of Huma and her chick? That's you, Evan.
No, I was fucking texting. Not even I would try to use the divine birds as a business opportunity.
I really get it now.
Which one?
Yeah, what?
Just how amazing Garudas are. They're far more than a symbol of the royal family's power. We're all hurt after losing Prince Lucian the way we did. Those who saw hope in him even began despairing for the future. But this news of a baby Garuda has brought life back into the city. Prince Conrad's actions are to thank for most of this. Oh. His proclamation that this Garuda is Prince Lucian reborn has soothed the guilt everyone felt at his death. They can't thank Prince Conrad enough. Damn, that's smooth.
It's all but officially confirmed Conrad will be our next king. Though everything looks rosy on the surface, I can only imagine how many are suffering behind the scenes. I must turn back time and save Prince Lucian, but not yet. Now is not the time. I have to find a way to defeat this witch first. If I go in unprepared, I'll only be repeating the same events. By the way, is Landon absent again today?
Uh-oh.
Seems so. Grand Commander Krias told me he's taken off because he's not feeling well.
Do you think we could check up on him?
Of course we can. I was just discussing that with you, believe it or not. We wanted to go the other day. Malfunctioning. We wanted to go together on our next day off.
Do you mind if I join you?
Yes. Oh, not at all.
Fuck you.
Oh, look at this. Never took you for a timid one.
It's all I can do to brush it off with a smile. Knowing how Landon felt for Maya, I shirk back at how he must think of me now. Then I'll ask the Grand Commander to match our next holiday. I'll let you know how it goes.
Whoa! Since when were you close enough that you could ask for something like that?
He apparently intends to give me a bonus for what happened with Huma. I was thinking I could ask for a break instead.
You are the absolute antithesis of greed.
Hopefully that's a good thing.
No.
What do you mean it's not? What are you saying now?
Hmm.
Oh,
People use big words. I don't know
I'm
what they mean.
I'm not about to take your money for so simple a request. I'll give you a day off without asking anything in return.
Thank you, sir.
I've been worried about Landon. I'm glad you plan to go see him. That being said... Never mind. It's nothing. Let me know how he is, alright? So I'll be giving you that bonus as planned. But like I mentioned before, I'd like to thank you personally as well.
I did nothing worth such gratitude. I simply did my job.
Hey now. You've done more than your job. Don't forget what this means for medicine. With a medicine made from Huma's feathers, we can help a lot more people like me.
I'm happy to hear that. Have you already recovered?
Sure have. Not a problem to be had.
He gives me a vigorous grin. If the piles of paper on his desk are any indication, recovery has turned him into even more of a workaholic. Still, I'm surprised you got permission to use Huma's feathers. I thought for sure the royal family would hate that kind of thing.
There are certain circumstances motivating that decision, I suppose.
Any theories?
I think Princess Evelina likes him.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first thing coming to mind. Yeah, I mean, also puts them in their debt, I guess. Where it's okay, you owe us a favor now because we fucking saved you.
Okay, that's fair, that's fair. Did you prepare for this possibility in advance? His answer is a vague smile. I apparently hit the mark. I shouldn't be, but I'm always so surprised at how efficient you are.
I'm pretty good at working behind the scenes. My father once told me this aptitude befitted my status as a noble, but as a knight, it lacks a kind of candidness.
What do you think is the correct answer?
I think the correct answer is the one that just says ...
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that. Say nothing.
That is wrong.
Is the wrong answer, yeah.
That's not true at all. Earnest knights do tend to be more loved, yes, but your personal evaluation is far less important than what you accomplish as a knight. When faced with an obstacle, all I can do is face it head on. So I'm grateful that you're able to search for a solution by going around the obstacle instead.
You've proven once again that you are a natural flirt.
Oh, not at all. I can often be insensitive and drive people to anger. I think I have more enemies than friends.
More nefarious conversations do tend to go over your head, I suppose. But there's something in you that just draws people to them. As proof of that,
You...
Let's put an end to that train of thought. That'd probably fly over your head, too.
I'm not so sure.
Anyway, I'd like to thank you personally. I'm not so shameless as to not return the hope you've given me. You don't seem the type that would want a dress or some jewelry. A physical gift of goods and money won't make you happy. I think I can guess what you want.
I'm sure you can. Right now, I only want one thing.
Backshot!
Truth. Fuck you.
Every time.
Let's go on a date. Hey, you don't have to look so obviously disappointed. That hurts, you know.
Sorry about that. I just wasn't expecting that invitation.
Sorry. No? Guess I'm not a part of your world after all.
What?
What? Would they really? I don't know.
I'm
They
so
said,
confused. Grand Commander?
You're not interested in me at all, are you? I used to find that so vexing, but now it's liberating.
Bro wants a girl. We can't
What the
have
fuck? You're playing hard to get. That fucking turns me on.
Of course I'm interested in the Grand Commander, but as I open my mouth to say that, something else occurs to me. I've spent my life focused entirely on my revenge and on the witch. In other words, I've had my head full of my own problems. I've never truly seen Krias Castlerock, the man. He's only ever been my superior or the Grand Commander. He has Strong brows, a slender nose, full lips, and a gaze that grips at a woman's heart. He's tall with a perfect build. He's the picture of the ideal knight. But that's not who he is. You can't understand anyone on appearance alone. What has made him so proficient at scheming? What relationship does he have with noblewomen like my stepmother? Why did the former Grand Commander feel he was deceived?
Evan.
The Grand Commander closed his eyes as if turning away from something he'd rather not see. In that simple moment, I get a glimpse at the darkness nestled within his heart. I'll have to turn back time again. I need to save Prince Lucian and Maya. That thought sits as strong in me as ever, but what I express verbally couldn't be more different. I want to know more about you. I want to know what this curse is. A noise sounds from outside the room. Though the Grand Commander immediately opens the door to see what happened, there's not a person in sight.
I'm sure something just fell. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna worry about it, cause when have things ever just fallen? It's never just a fall.
Yeah. It's always autumn.
Just read your goddamn
Not
line.
wrong.
Just read your goddamn line.
I'll come see you on your next day off. Just wait for me at home. Did you not like that?
No.
Oh man.
It's been a while. How have you been?
Good. How have you been, Berg?
I dream of a boy who waits for someone important to him. I realize faintly that this is the second time I've had such a dream. The boy smiles with such unbrindled joy. Bridled. Why the fuck did I say brindled? The boy,
Such unbridled.
probably no older than 10 years old, has chestnut brown hair and large, unusually intelligent eyes.
What the fuck
It's
does
only
that mean?
then that I
still
realize-
have a brain, stupid.
I think she just means that they look intelligent. Like, it's like how eyes are the window to the soul.
No, they see.
It's only then that I realize... It's only then that I realize my perspective has changed from the last dream. I can actually see the boy this time. I must be viewing this dream from his sister's point of view.
Ooh?
Her memories start to fill in the gaps. Her name is Isabella, and she's 12 years old. She lives and works here in the church as a newly appointed nun. You don't have to force yourself to speak like a noble young master in front of me.
How have you been, Isabella?
Great, of course. Oh, did you bring something for me?
Yeah, I brought cookies. I mean, a bunch, so I hope you like them.
This voice does not fit the character.
Well, fuck you. It just says fucking boy. Boy.
Just like, think like a young but unfortunately mature for its age boy.
But that's no fun. Yeah, fine.
Thank you. I love the sweets you make. When the girl reaches for the pouch of cookies, she notices what looks to be a burn mark on the boy's wrist. What happened? You're hurt.
Hold on.
What's with the sound effect?
I don't know. I'm just making random sounds at this point in time.
Fair enough.
Okay, so mature beyond is here. Got it. Huh?
Oh.
Not that.
Making bread.
Oh my god.
Oh. I burned myself a bit while making the cookies. It's totally fine though. I mean, I don't.
Oh, there you go again. Aren't I always saying you need to treat your wounds? We don't want these scars to ruin how handsome you are.
Mhm.
You are graced with these adorable looks of yours, so you need to take better care of your body. If you don't, you'll only suffer for it as an adult. They said sorry. I skipped it.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm
Sorry.
so worried about him. He has a habit of hiding his wounds. I wish I could just be at his side. I want to remain his big sister.
Uh-oh.
Oh goodness.
It's goddess.
Oh goddess.
Oh,
Why must I
goodness,
be
goddess,
killed like
goddess,
this?
goodness.
Why did do this to me? The once joyous dream ends as a bloody tragedy. A nun, the younger boy's sister, is murdered. This isn't any normal dream. Did the witch show this to me? Either him or Rune, but unfortunately I need to die to ask Rune about it. I know all too well that treating death too lightly can lead to pure madness. I heard that dreams can predict the future. Is that dream a scene of what's to come? Am I to save that boy and his sister? Isabella said the culprit's last name in her final moments, but I can't remember. Damn, why can't I remember? I think it over for some time, but the name never comes to me. Since Isabella is a nun, she must be at the church. I hope I can find the time to go looking for her. I glance at the clock and am immediately surprised to see it's already 10 o'clock. I slept in quite a bit, which means the Grand Commander will be here any moment.
Hold on.
I've been worried about this date since his playful invitation. If I'm to take him at face value, then I need to wear the proper attire. Unfortunately, all I have are my night clothes and a few pairs of casual wear. Said casual wear is so plain that I'd be better off wearing my usual knight's uniform. I ended up choosing to wear my usual knight's uniform, but I wonder if I shouldn't have tried to buy something more suitable. Even if I had, though, it's not like I could so easily acclimate to wearing a dress. Acclimatize, double acclimatize, no acclimatize, swim.
What?
Conventions say long hair benefits a young lady, and dresses are designed around this idea. I doubt I'd find a dress that suits my short hair. He's probably joking anyway, so I don't need to worry so much over it. He has his pick of young women, and if he wanted to date a conventional beauty, he wouldn't have picked me. How odd. I felt almost annoyed just now. Coming!
Yeah, I'm
Good
You
morning,
will
Grand
be later.
Commander. Shh. He's dressed as normal. Thank goodness I didn't take his joke seriously.
Good morning today.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to spend time with me today. I immediately salute.
There's something I'd like you to promise me, Evan. I want you to forget that I'm your superior for today.
Huh?
If you're honest in wanting to learn more about me, then please.
I want to see who he really is underneath it all. Changing how I refer to him may be the first step I need to take. So, what shall I call you today? Sir Castlerock?
You can call me your... you can refer to me as your man friend.
You can call me yours.
Yeah, just my first name, I think.
What? The Grand Commander's hand softly brushes by my hair. My questions about why are answered when I spot my unruly hair still messed from sleep in the mirror. Sorry.
I prefer you at your most natural, but we've got to think of those young ladies crushing on the Rose Knight. Alright, all fixed.
The corners of his mouth curl up into a small smile as he kneels in front of me.
Would you do me the honor of sharing your time with me today, Lady Evan? We just reject. No. It took a long time, so I thought there was gonna be a choice. And I was like, no, back shot.
Look over there! It's Sir Creus of the Wings of Garuda! And the Rose Knight is with him. They look like they came right out of a painting. I'd gotten used to the attention, but it's magnified threefold when alongside the Grand Commander. Something similar happened before during Historica Foundation Day. A Garuda flight show is held for the king every year. The 18 Garudas take to the sky with Knights of the Wings on their backs in a grand and impressive display. People from all over the world come to witness the spectacle. In times of celebration...
I really love this spectacle.
I know, right? Those with
They do it
nefarious
so
goals
well.
can more easily blend in. An anti-monarchist faction tried to assassinate the king, but failed because the Grand Commander found them out. He used 8 Garudas to protect the king and directed the remaining 10 to drive the faction away. If this feat was all there was, he may have simply been extolled as a hero. The reason he gained so many fans and sold so many prints was because of where he was. The Grand Commander gave his orders from the castle's 3rd floor balcony. The king usually addresses the masses from this balcony, and normally no one else would be allowed to stand there. But the Grand Commander all but forced himself onto the balcony to lead the Garudas. An already very charming knight had stood on the grandest stage and acted without restraint. It's the perfect recipe for popularity. Some theorize that his actions were not more than a performance to gain popularity, but these are likely rumors born from jealousy. Besides, it's not like he needs to do anything special to stand out. Fuck you. He can just stand there and grab your attention. His unwavering
he can.
gaze, his
He caught my
posture as
attention,
sharp as an unused
Specifically
sword.
his back.
He's a statue, firm and unyielding. I've known him for 8 years, yet I've never once found what I could call a flaw. But what if this was just an act, and the essence of his character lies somewhere else? He is an extraordinary man.
I got like Sharpie on my hand, like Sharpie marker.
What?
I was fiddling. I was
Lord.
fidgeting.
We must burn this image into our eyelids. We won't be getting prints of these two anymore. It's such a shame they were halted the selling of those prints. Huh? Miser Mitchell decided to stop selling prints, did he? Monsieur. Monsieur. There we go. Fucking hell.
Monsieur? What?
I don't fucking know.
There's no you.
Is it Miser?
It's miser.
Or
I mean, or maybe they missed a T and it's like Mister. I don't know. And then it would just be an MR probably. So I think it's miser.
Who knows? Did you just hear that, sir? Did you warn Mitchell about selling his prints?
Nope, not at all. He did all that on my orders, you see.
What? Care to say that again?
Running the wings involves a lot of empty coffers. I got popular after that whole anti-monarchist business, so I didn't want to let that opportunity go to waste. But with all the donations we're getting from nobility now, I told Mitchell we didn't need to sell them anymore.
Maybe he really did stand up on that balcony to get popular.
We got fresh clothes here. How about a taste? You heard that, Evan? Wanna try a clow?
Clow? What's that?
It's a type of sweet bread. It's as soft as a cloud, so that's how I got its name.
He had that answer ready for me. I wonder if he has a sweet tooth.
You liked sweet stuff, right?
The Grand Commander buys one clow and hands it over to me. Thank you. The clow is about as big as my palm and doesn't look any different than a bread roll. The white color reminds me of pile of tightly packed snow. The scent, meanwhile, is as sweet as a cake. It's so good. The soft, mellow sweetness feels exactly like a cloud as it melts in my mouth. The lack of any real sensation as I bite into it heightens the taste. The Grand Commander crinkles his eyes as he looks down at me.
Watching you enjoy that so thoroughly reminds me of my sister. She sure loves to eat.
Why'd you make that sigh?
Oh! I don't know. Because maybe the sister is dead, but then he would have used past tense. But maybe he's so traumatized that he's still using present tense. Ooh.
Flashes from my dream this morning come to mind. The possibility these two things could have been connected leads me to ask my next question.
Of course they're fucking connected. Both of them have brown hair, obviously.
I didn't know you had older sisters. What do they do now?
The oldest and third oldest have gotten married. Oh, and they live with their husbands. They didn't get married to each other. The second oldest brought her husband into our home and are running things now.
You have 3 older sisters?
Sure do. I'm the only boy, so I had a lot of time. I had a time of it when I was younger.
The Grand Commander seems entirely uninvolved with the dream based on his tone. Isabella said the boy spoke like a noble young master, so I doubt they're from a noble family. That did seem to be complicated. There did seem to be some complicated circumstances involved, though. Don't you want to try one, Grand Commander?
Grand Commander?
Oh.
First, let's talk about your outfit. I invited you out on a date, so why wear your usual uniform?
But you're wearing just the same outfit as always, too.
Me? This is all I have.
Yeah, right. Every single knight in the wings knows that the Grand Commander is incredibly stylish.
Still, I'm at fault for being so sudden about it. You probably didn't have the time to prepare. I guess I'll just have to pick one for you.
What?
See, I picked out that flying ship for you. That's your dress.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you or me?
I don't know. I'm just gonna do it. No. No.
What? No.
And how may I help you today? She's gonna be Lily. Please.
I'm looking for a dress for her. Can you show me what you have in stock?
Of course, sir. Oh, would you be the Rose Knight? The Rose Knight herself wants a dress? Well, please, miss. I could never make a dress work. Not with my short hair and muscles.
I'd like a more refined design. Nothing too showy. Something longer, too.
Thank you for shopping with us.
So stylish.
So
Really pulls off that
stylish.
black.
I know, right? Really pulled off, yeah. Hell yeah.
That was a pretty productive shopping trip. I'm sorry it took so long, though.
You must be exhausted. I just couldn't pick one. They all look so good on you. Evan?
Oh, is that Sir Curious? How handsome, but who's that girl next to him? Look at that red hair. Could that be? Grand Commander, let's go somewhere else.
Huh? Sure.
This is the first time I've ever had to run in heels. Muscles I'd never used before in my life are suddenly thrown into overdrive, and I can barely catch my breath.
Is the dress not to your liking?
Oh. No, I do like it. I'm incredibly grateful. You've chosen something incredibly beautiful and even paid for it. I'm just not used to it, is all. I'm sure people will laugh at me for it.
I didn't think you'd worry so much about others.
I hate when people ridicule me. So much so I can barely breathe.
Then, let me tell you just one thing. You are more beautiful than anyone. Not a single person would ever ridicule you. You work harder than anyone.
Look, bro, we're like looking away from him. We don't have great hearing. He's got to get up close and personal.
You work harder than anyone and are more resourceful than most, yet you value yourself so little. It certainly makes me want to protect you, but I wish you were more confident in yourself.
My heart thumps. Who does this voice belong to exactly? This is not the Grand Commander I've shared 8 years with. This is the voice of a charming seducer. What's made you say that all of a sudden? It's so odd. It's not like you ever cared much for my appearance before.
If it bothers you, I'm not saying it again.
It doesn't really bother me. It just happened so quickly. I'm just confused.
I'm pretty surprised myself. I never realized I had these feelings inside me. I've spent the last 8 years being constantly surprised by you. Whoa! Ever since you were 10 years old.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, because he's 26, she's 18. I've had my eye on you since I was 18 years old.
Oh boy.
Haha, I made it uncomfortable. Since you mentioned
Right,
becoming a
then.
nun if we didn't let you in, I thought it better to make you a knight than give you over to the church, but I was originally going to send you home after a while. I thought it'd be too tough for a woman. We've got guys in the wings, but they're still prejudiced. You're stubborn and not the most articulate, so I wasn't sure you'd fit in.
Ouch, but
But
fair
at some
point.
point, you became part of their group. You didn't try to use some womanly charm or garner their sympathies. I was impressed, honestly.
It wasn't always peaceful. I had people accuse me of doing this as a romp, and I was teased plenty of times. You were always there to help me in those times, sir.
Yep, ever since you were 10 and I was 18. That was never the goal. If you came crying to me, I'd pounce on it as a reason to send you back home, but you never once tried to rely on me. I thought you were strong. That impression only grew when you won at the war games, but I was forced to rethink those assumptions when I saw you cry after Maya's death. You aren't strong, you try to remain strong. That trial would bring any man to their knees, and you won that too. Strong is too simple a word to encapsulate that, and when I see this about you, I...
Little kiss on the back of the head.
I want to fuck. I'm gonna nibble on your hair.
It's a kiss to the back of the head.
And then, oh, is that it? It's
Yeah.
Like, it's not like when you
No.
have spaghetti and like you're slurping up
No.
the noodles. You're not trying to do that with her hair.
No, he is not.
How can you be so sure?
Because I've played through this game before.
I like my version better. I respect you from the bottom of my heart.
There's an anguish in his words then. What expression is he wearing as he looks at me? If I could just turn around, I could find out for myself. Unfortunately, his arm won't allow me to do so.
Oh,
I can't help but feel he's pushing me away from him, and it hurts.
just there. He's not blocking you with the other arm. Just turn around.
That's not how Ultimate games work.
What? They don't use logic.
No, they don't.
You know, I thought you'd think I would realize that by now, but our day ends here. Let's get to what you want to talk about. I'm not exactly where to start, though.
You missed the sure. You said I'm not exactly where to start, though.
I'm not exactly where to start though.
I'm not exactly where to start, though. Oh, my timer's about to go off. I gotta go get my laundry.
Alright. Time for a little laundry break.
Yes, my favorite two things in the world: laundry and breaks.
Exactly. Truly. Truly, 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 truly. I guess you all get to see this wonderful panel of Creus.
But it's not even a back shot.
No, it's not.
By the way, latest I want to stream until is 1 because like I still have some packing to do
Okay.
and need to get up early tomorrow. So
Makes sense. Alright, then I guess we'll just have to try and finish this and the next chapter in the next stream. Because this will be a pretty short stream. We can probably end after the date if this is like close to where it ends.
Okay, I mean, well, last night was just like a long stream.
Yeah. Well, I want to try and get like a chapter done, like, and not
Yeah.
split it up too much. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's fine as long as like it ends at a good point.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Like so, like at the end of the day, for example, that's a good
Yeah.
point to stop.
Yeah.
Let's start with my contact with the Linzel family. I'm sure that's what you're most curious about. Yeah.
I nod. As you very likely guessed, I despise that woman. You're free to associate with whoever you please, but I can't stop my curiosity.
I first met with Lady Evelina 3 years ago. I found out she suffers from the same illness I do.
What?
Ooh!
She's sick? I never knew.
And they never, they have not named this illness yet.
No.
Anyway.
Wait, before we continue, I would also like to say, just because she's sick doesn't give her the right to abuse kids. Being sick can be a reason and not an excuse. Alright, now you can continue.
Okay.
Little life lesson.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that from a note to make game.
Nah.
Mine came when I was older, but she apparently was born with it. She was told from a young age to hide it from others. You were shocked the royal family allowed the use of Garuda feathers, remember? This is why they approved it. How could the king not allow it when his own sister was suffering? I actually had more trouble getting Lady Evelina to admit she was sick. She's a terrifying one, makes you stand pin straight when she looks at you.
This is the first I've ever heard of her illness. I doubt anyone at the manor knows. Just how did you find out?
I've got a friend. They'll do just about anything for me, remember?
I immediately remember Inquisitor Lister. If he got this information, then he's more amazing than I already thought. Not just anyone can dig down into the royal family's secrets. For this illness you and her share, what are the symptoms?
An inability to feel pain. Our senses of smell and taste are also gone. We could also lose our perception of color at later stages. If you didn't notice, I must be a pretty good actor. I may be able to make it on the stage even if I have to quit the wings.
The Grand Commander laughs jokingly, and that smile now feels like a thorn in my chest.
When you lose your senses, you start to lose your heart, too. I live without any real convictions and just let myself be dragged along. I was the picture of nihility. That's such a weird word. It's nihilism. Yeah, I can pronounce nihilism, but nihility? The fucking...
What about Slitty?
Nihility. We're not entirely sure, to be honest.
What? I've never seen it. Okay. I don't mean to excuse Lady Evelina's actions. After seeing what happened with Lady Orla, I can only imagine what you went through. It's clear who the victim was here. But I think she would have been a very different person if she didn't have to deal with this illness. I only say that because I get it to a degree. She'd want to know what pain truly was, even if it meant just using it on someone else. I'm gonna take a shot at what Grand Commander likely told you. Grand Commander Kyle likely told you. I'm having an affair with Lady Evelina and bribing her for money or something, right?
Right.
I see. Hugo apparently ran into him and got told the exact same thing.
He said that he was chased out of the wings by you, sir.
And that would be correct. He was embezzling the Order's funds. I sent in an anonymous report to Top Brass and had him expelled. In hindsight, I realized keeping that a secret wasn't the best decision. I just didn't want to tarnish the Wing's name.
Though I wanted to know about Grand Commander Kyle as well, it's hard to listen with a level head. This swirl of anger and grief is new to me, and I don't know what to do. My stepmother's actions began with her illness. Orla and I never did anything to her. Yet she tried to ignore her own feelings by taking her problems out on her own daughters.
Backshot!
Shut the fuck up. I'm enraged at her selfish, thoughtless actions. But I am also deeply saddened when I think about what the Grand Commander has suffered through. He puts on a mask of perfection to keep people at an arm's length so they won't find out he's sick. It's also doubtless because he didn't want these people to worry about him. He kept people away from him for their sakes. My heart feels like it could split right in two when I think of how much he must have lived until this moment. Anger and sorrow. Which of these feelings is stronger?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Sorrow. I don't know. That
Yeah,
seems more
that's actually the
sympathetic.
correct answer.
Are you crying? Why? Is this news about Lady Evelina such a shock?
It's not that. This has nothing to do with her. I can't tell him these tears are for him. Anything I say now would sound shallow and be far from a comfort for him. So I let those words die in my throat as the tears continue to flow freely.
Backshot. There's one more place I'd like to take you to. Will you come with me?
Of course. I feel like this is a good place to pause, right?
I mean, well, is there one? Oh, wait. I mean, we could either stop here or stop after, like, there's this, and then once the scene ends. What do you think?
I don't know how long this scene is the issue.
Okay, yeah, sure, let's end it here.
Alright. We
But
are.
I recognize that.
I think you do too.
Yeah, but why is it not brown?
Because it's no longer in the dream. Alrighty.
Ah!
Evan, what are your thoughts, predictions, prayers? Got anything to say?
I've had my eye on you since I was 18 and you were 10. But other than that,
Unbelievable.
what a mysterious illness. That's interesting. And then like the dream, like why are we having a dream? What the fuck? Anyway, but yeah, and it's just like, oh, the reason why, like, I was, well, like, wow, it seems so sudden that, like, he's interested in us now, and it's like, oh, it's because he can feel now,
Yeah.
because his sickness is cured,
Yeah, he can
So,
finally.
I mean, I'm sure we'll have, like, an interaction then with, Princess Evelina, and, like, she'll,
Okay.
so I'm curious what that'll be like, and yeah, I don't know, that's about it.
Okay. That's your main. Those are good theories. Alright. That's kind of where we stand for now. I hope you enjoyed this.
It's not a theory that there's an 8-year age gap between them.
I mean, the
It's
theory about
lore.
Evelina.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That there will be an interaction. I mean, that's just my prediction.
Yeah.
I mean, they were just setting it up. It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just like, especially since Orla died, so yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's ripe for the drama.
It's right for the drama.
Ripe.
Right. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this this episode, despite how short it is. Hopefully, we will be back with a longer episode next time. Bye.
Bye.